Assalamualaikum and hi students. This is a lecture video for BMCG 1013 differential equations. This is the second video for chapter 2 on second order linear differential equations. In this video, I will be explaining to you how to solve the non-homogeneous equations, and the two LOs involved in this lecture video are: first, to describe the basic concept for methods of undetermined coefficients and variations of parameters. And second one is to find the solution for second order linear non-homogeneous equations. Subtopic 2.2, solving non-homogeneous equations. So the general forms is a d square y over dx square plus b dy over dx plus cy equal to fx, and fx must not equal to 0. So basically there are two common methods for solving this non-homogeneous equation. The first one, we have method of undetermined coefficients, and the second one is method of variations of parameters. The first method of undetermined coefficients. So basically there are 4 steps in finding the general solution using this method. The first step is to find the general solution of the corresponding homogeneous equation. Okay, YH. So for YH, you need to refer to the previous table. This is the table for YH. Second step is to choose the suitable form of particular solution, YP. And this is the table for YP. The third step is to find Y prime P and Y double prime P. Insert both differentiations into the equation given, okay, and solve for the coefficients. So you need to find what is the coefficients for YP in third step. And for the last steps, to find YX, so YX is equal to YH gained from step 1 plus with YP from step 3. Then you have your YX. I will show you how to read this table of particular solutions. So to find particular solutions, you need to consider your fx and your roots. Okay, so there are 3 cases for fx. It's either polynomial, exponential, or trigonometric, sine or cos. Okay, so first, if you have fx equal to a polynomial, okay, start with a n x n until a naught. Okay, then refer to your m. If none of your m is equal to 0, so this is your particular solution. This will be your particular solution. But if either one of your roots is equal to 0, is either m1 equal to 0 or m2 equal to 0, so you need to multiply your polynomial with your x. Okay, the second case for exponential, if you have k exponent alpha x, so refer to your alpha, okay, alpha, and then compare with your roots. M1, if M1 and M2 is not equal to alpha, then YP is equal to C exponential alpha x. But if either one of your M is equal to alpha, then you need to multiply with x, Cx exponent alpha x. And the last possibility is if both m is equal to alpha, then you need to multiply with x squared. And for the last case, if you have fx equal to k cos alpha x or k sin alpha x, remember your alpha, what is your alpha, and then compare with the imaginary part of your roots. If the imaginary part of your roots is not equal to alpha, then the YP is P cos alpha x plus Q sin alpha x. And if either one of your imaginary part of roots is equal to alpha, then you need to multiply x with P cos alpha x plus Q sin alpha x. A n until a naught is constant, and then C is also a constant. P and Q are also constants. In the first example of example 2.3, I will show you how to determine the suitable form of homogeneous equation YH and YP, particular solution for the following linear differential equations. So we have A is equal to y double prime minus 2y prime minus 3y equal to 8x minus 1. So first write your characteristic equation. M square minus 2m minus 3 equal to 0. You want to find the homogeneous solution. Some homogeneous solution YH, so you need to equal this fx equal to 0. So find the roots. So basically this is m minus 3, m plus 1 equal to 0. So your m1 is equal to 3 and your m2 is equal to minus 1. So you have your YH. YH have real but distinct. Real and distinct, sorry. So you have A exponent 3x plus B exponent negative x. This is from the previous table in subtopic 2.1. And then to find what is YP, okay, consider what is your fx. Okay, since our fx is equal to 8x minus 1. Okay, this is fx. So 8x minus 1 is a polynomial. So refer to the first row, first two row polynomial for polynomial. And then, is there any 0 in your roots? M1 or M2? No, right? So both M1 and M2 is not equal to 0. So this is your particular solution, YH. Okay, so the particular solution, so since fx is equal to 8x minus 1 and your M1 is not equal to 0 and M2 is not equal to 0, so your YP is equal to, okay, you have A1x plus A0. And then for B, you have m square plus 2m equal to 0 to find your YH. So m plus 2 equal to 0. M1 is obviously equal to 0 and M2 is equal to negative 2. So YH is equal to A exponent 0 plus B exponent negative 2x. So A exponent 0 is A plus B exponent negative 2x for YH. For YP, okay, since fx is a polynomial, fx is equal to x squared, polynomial, it is a quadratic equation. And then consider your m. M1 is equal to 0. So one of your roots is equal to 0. So you need to multiply your polynomial with x. So YP is equal to, okay, what is your polynomial? X2, right? You have x2. So x squared. So x is equal to A2x squared plus A1x plus A0. Okay. For C, okay, m square minus 2m minus 3 equal to 0. M minus 1. M plus 3. Sorry. This is plus equal to 0. Your first m is equal to 1 and your second m is equal to minus 3. YH, okay, A exponent x plus B exponent minus 3x. To find YP, again, consider your fx. What is your fx? Fx is negative 7 exponent 2x. Okay. And your m, okay, for this one, for exponential and trigonometrics, you need to know what is your, to identify what is your alpha. So for this case, alpha is equal to 2. Okay. For exponential, you need to know what is your alpha here. Alpha is equal to 2. Okay, once your alpha is equal to 2, you need to compare your roots with the alpha. So m1 is not equal to alpha and m2 is not equal to alpha. So m1 is not equal to alpha, m2 is not equal to alpha as well. So if none of your m equal to alpha, so this is your particular solution. So particular solution for this, yp is equal to c exponent alpha is 2x. D, for D, we have to solve for m square plus 3m minus 4 equal to 0. The roots are m plus 4, m minus 1 equal to 0. So m1 is equal to negative 4 and m2 is equal to 1. So YH again is equal to a exponent minus 4x plus b exponent x. For YP, since fx is equal to 3 exponent negative 4x. Okay, so your alpha is equal to negative 4. Okay, and m1 is equal to negative 4. It's the same as your alpha. So m1 is equal to alpha, but m2 is not equal to your alpha. So one of your roots is equal to alpha. So the particular solution will be cx exponent alpha x. Particular solution is equal to cx exponent negative 4x. For question E, m square plus 2m plus 1 is equal to 0. And then we have m plus 1 square equal to 0. So both m1 is equal to m2 is equal to negative 1. For YH, you have real and real but repeated. So a exponent minus x plus b x exponent minus x. Okay. So for YP, since your fx is equal to 3 exponent negative x, alpha for this is negative 1. And your m1 is equal to, m2 is equal to negative 1. So both m is equal to your alpha. Okay. If you refer to this table, if both of your roots are equal to alpha, then yp is cx squared exponent alpha x. Now you have your yp equal to cx squared exponent minus x. Then f m square plus 9 equal to 0. M square equal to negative 9. So m is a complex conjugate. You have complex conjugate with alpha equal to 3. Okay. So YH, since a, the real part is 0. So you have exponent 0x, a cos 3x plus b sin 3x. And this is equal to a cos 3x plus b sin 3x, since exponent 0 is equal to 1. And then consider your fx and roots. fx is equal to 3 cos x. Okay, so the alpha now is equal to 1 in this case. Okay, so m1, so your m is, you have 3i, but your alpha is equal to 1. So m1 and m2 does not equal to your alpha I. Okay, so yp is equal to p cos alpha plus q sin alpha. Both of your roots is not equal to alpha. Okay, and for the last example G, you have 4m square plus 1 equal to this is equal to 0 first. So you have m square equal to negative 1 over 4. M is equal to plus minus half I. Okay, this one, YH is equal to A cos half x plus B sin half x. Fx is equal to, what is your fx? Sin 1 over 2x sin half x. The alpha is equal to half. And then your m, okay, m is equal to your alpha. Okay, so if m equal to alpha, so you need to multiply by x. So you have yp equal to x, p cos x plus q sin x. In the second example, I will show you how to use undetermined coefficient method to solve for this second order ODE. Y double prime plus y prime minus 6y equal to 3 exponent negative 2x. Okay, for the first steps, you need to find what is your YH. Okay, so to find YH, you need to know what is your characteristic equation. 6 equal to 0. And then you have m plus 3m minus 2 equal to 0. So m1 is equal to negative 3 and m2 is equal to 2. So YH you have equal to A exponent negative 3x plus B exponent 2x. Moving to second steps. In second steps, you need to find what is your YP. So since fx is equal to 3 exponent negative 2x. Okay, your alpha is negative 2. Okay, so none of your m is equal to alpha. So m1 is not equal to alpha. M2 is not equal to alpha as well. So YP is equal to C exponent alpha x. Okay, and then the third step, you need to find what is Y prime P. Differentiate your YP. So for this, you have negative 2C exponent negative 2x. Then find the y double prime P, have 4C exponent negative 2x. Once you have y prime and y double prime, you need to substitute this y double prime, y prime, and y into this equation. Okay, so you have 4C exponent negative 2x plus negative 2C exponent negative 2x minus 6C exponent minus 2x. equal to 3 exponent negative 2x. Okay. Then you have 4 minus 2 minus 6. So it is minus 4 c exponent minus 2x equal to 3 exponent negative 2x. Then you can cancel these two. Your c becomes negative 3 over 4. Now you have your yp without the constant c. So you have negative 3 over 4 exponent negative 2x. And the last step, as for your yx, general solution is equal to yh plus yp. Substitute yh from first steps with, and then yp from the third step. So y a exponent negative 3x plus b exponent 2x minus 3 over 4 exponent negative 2x is the last answer. Second method is the method of variations of parameters. So this is the 4 steps in solving the second order ODE using variations of parameters. Okay, for the first one, you need to know what is your YH, your homogeneous equation, and then find what is Y1 and Y2 from YH. Second, calculate the Wronskian's value. So this is Wronskian's value. Once you have your Y1 and Y2, you need to find what is Y1 prime and Y2 prime. And Wronskian's value is equal to Y1 multiplied by Y2 prime minus Y1 prime multiplied by Y2. Okay, you have cross this. Okay. The third step to calculate U and V. This is the formula to find what is your U and V. Okay. Y2 is from step 1. Fx, you know what is your Fx. And then A is the coefficient for d square y over dx square. And W is the Wronskian's value. And the last steps, the general solution using variations of parameters, you have yx equal to u y1 plus v y2. Example 2.4. By using the method of variations of parameters, solve the differential equations of 2y double prime plus y prime minus y equal to 5 exponent t. So start with the first steps. As usual, you need to know what is your characteristic equation and find the roots. Minus 1 equal to 0. And then you have 2m minus 1, m plus 1 equal to 0. m1 equal to 1 over 2 and m2 equal to minus 1. Okay. Then find your YH. YH is equal to A exponent half T, okay, T exponent T, plus B exponent negative T. From YH, this is your Y1 and this is your Y2. Okay, from YH. So Y1 is basically exponent half T without the constant, okay? And Y2 is equal to exponent negative T without the constant B. So you have your Y1 and Y2 now. And for the second step, find the Wronskian's value. W is equal to exponent half T, Y1. This is Y2, exponent negative T. This is Y1 prime. So differentiate your exponent half T. You have half exponent half T. exponent negative 2, differential exponent negative t is negative exponent negative t. Okay, and then you have to cross this. So you have negative exponent negative half t minus, the operation is minus half exponent negative half t. And this is actually equal to negative 3 over 2 exponent negative half t. Okay, now you have your Wronskian value. Moving to third step. In third steps, you need to find u and v. U is equal to negative y2 fx ft in this case divided by aw, and v is equal to y1 ft over aw dt, since your independent variable is t. So this is equal to negative y2. Your y2 is exponent negative t. Ft is 5t. This is your ft. Multiply by 5 exponent t divided by a. A is equal to 2. This is your a. Okay, so a is equal to 2. W is equal to negative 3 over 2 exponent negative half t dt. Okay, then you need to simplify this. Simplify this, you have 5 over 3. Since you can cancel this, 2 and 2, negative and negative. You have 5 over 3. Exponent negative t, exponent t is exponent 0 equal to 1, and exponent negative half t becomes exponent half t dt. And you have 5 over 3, 2 exponent half t plus c1. For this, you have 10 over 3 exponent half t plus c1. Okay, then v, for v you have y1 exponent half t. Ft is 5 exponent t, 2 negative 3 over 2 exponent negative half t dt. Again, simplify this. You have negative 5 over 3 exponent half t plus t is 3 over 2 plus 1 over 2. You have 2t dt. Okay, multiplication of exponential. You need to know this. Okay, so negative 5 over 3. And this is 1 over 2 exponent 2t plus c2. So you have 5 over 6 exponent 2t plus c2. Once you have your u and v in step 3, you can proceed with step 4. Okay, giving your yx. Yx is equal to u y1 plus v y2. Okay, substitute u and u y1 v y2. So u is 10 over 3 exponent half t plus c1 multiplied by y1 exponent half t plus v negative 5 over 6 exponent 2t plus c2 exponent negative t. Okay, then simplify this. You have 10 over 3 exponent half t, you have exponent t plus c1 exponent half t plus negative 5 over 6 exponent 2t, exponent negative t. So you have minus 5 over 6 exponent t plus C2 exponent negative t. Okay. And this is equal to 10 over 3 minus 5 over 6. It is 5 over 2 exponent t plus C1 exponent half t plus C2 exponent negative t. In this last example of this video, we will try to solve double the initial value problem of this second order ODE using both method and see what is the difference. I mean, compare the answer. So for the first method A, variations of parameters. First steps, okay, m square minus 4 equal to 0. So m minus 2, m plus 2 equal to 0. m1 is equal to 2, m2 is equal to negative 2. Okay, yh is equal to a exponent 2x plus b exponent negative 2x. Okay, for variations of parameters, you need to find what is y1 and y2. So y1 here is equal to exponent 2x and y2 is equal to exponent minus 2x. Moving to second steps, the Wronskian's value is equal to exponent 2x, exponent negative 2x, and find its derivative. Okay, so 2 exponent 2x, negative 2 exponent negative 2x. Then the Wronskian's value is equal to negative 2 exponent 0 minus, minus 2 exponent 0. Exponent 0 is equal to 1, so negative 2, you have minus 4. Step 3, okay, find what is u. So u is equal to minus y1. y1 is exponent 2x. Multiply by fx. fx is exponent 2x divided by a. a now is 1. So 1 multiplied by w negative 4 dx. So you need to do the integration for exponent 4x divided by 4, okay, dx. Sorry, this is y2, negative 2x. Sorry, y2 multiplied by fx. So this is exponent 0. Exponent negative 2x multiplied by exponent 2x is exponent 0. Exponent 0 is equal to 1. So integration 1 over 4 is equal to 1 over 4x plus C1 constant. Okay, and for v is equal to positive integration y1 is exponent 2x, fx is exponent 2x divided by a is 1 and Wronskian's value is negative 4 dx. For this one, you have negative 1 over 4 exponent 4x dx. So you have negative 1 over 16 exponent 4x plus C2. And then proceed with the last step. Yx is equal to u, which is 1 over 4x plus c1 multiplied by y1 exponent 2x plus with your v, negative 1 over 16 exponent 4x plus c2 multiplied by y2 exponent negative 2x. So yx is equal to 1 over 4x exponent 2x plus c1 exponent 2x minus 1 over 16 exponent 4x minus 2x, you have 2x plus c2 exponent negative 2x. Okay, since this is in an initial value problem, you have y0 equal to 2 and y prime 0 equal to 4. So you need to find what is your y prime. So from yx, find what is your y prime x. Y prime x for this is equal to 1 over 4 exponent 2x plus 1 over 2x exponent 2x plus 2c1 exponent 2x minus 1 over 8 exponent 2x minus 2c2 exponent negative 2x. Okay, do the differentiation. Okay, then substitute your initial value problem in step 5. So y0 equal to 2 means, refer to this yx, y is equal to 2, 1 over 4 multiplied by 0 exponent 0 plus c1 exponent 0 minus 1 over 16 exponent 0 plus c2 exponent 0. Substitute x with 0. So 2 is equal to, this is 0, all 0. You have c1 multiplied by 1 minus 1 over 16 plus c2. Okay. So c1 is equal to 2 plus 1 over 16 minus c2. And this is equal to 33 over 16 minus c2. You have your c1. And then for y prime 0 equal to 4. So y prime 0 equal to 4. So 4 is equal to 1 over 4 exponent 0 plus 1 over 2 0 exponent 0 plus 2 c1 exponent 0 minus 1 over 8 exponent 0 minus 2 c2 exponent 0. So 4 is equal to 1 over 4. This is 0. And then 2 c1 plus 2 c1 minus 1 over 8 minus 2 c2. Okay. So for this one you have, if you solve for this one, you have 31 over 8 equal to 2c1. Substitute c1, which is equal to 33 over 16 minus c2 minus 2c2. Okay, so your c2 is equal to 1 over 16. When your c2 equal to 1 over 16, so your c1 is equal to 32 over 16. Substitute c1 in c2 into this c2. So you have your c1 and c2. Substitute all your c1 and c2 into this yx, your yx here, for the last answer. Okay, for the last answer, you have yx equal to 1 over 4x exponent 2x plus 32 over 16 exponent 2x minus 1 over 16 exponent 2x plus 1 over 16 exponent negative 2 x. Simplify this. You have 1 over 4 x exponent 2x. 32 over 16 minus 1 over 16 is positive 31 over 16 exponent 2x plus 1 over 16 exponent negative 2x. And this is the last answer. Okay, now, if we solve using undetermined coefficient, the same step 1, you need to find what is YH. Since we have find this here, so we just write our YH. So YH is equal to A exponent 2x plus B exponent negative 2x. Okay. Second step, for YP, okay, since fx is equal to exponent 2x, you know alpha is equal to 2 and your roots M1 is equal to 2 equal to alpha, but your M2 is not equal to alpha. Okay, so one of your roots is equal to alpha. So your YP automatically equal to Cx exponent 2x. Okay, and the third steps, you find what is Y prime P. Y prime P here, you have 2 Cx exponent 2x plus C exponent 2x. Remember, this is a product of U and V. Okay, and then from YP, find what is your Y double prime P. So Y double prime P is equal to 4Cx exponent 2x plus 4C exponent 2x. Okay, substitute Y double prime P and YP into this. So you have 4Cx exponent 2x minus 4 multiplied by Cx exponent 2x equal to exponent 2x. Oh, I missed this 4 plus C exponent 2x plus 4C exponent 2x. So you can cancel this with this one. You have 4C exponent 2x equal to exponent 2x. C is equal to 1 over 4. This is your Y double prime. Okay, and this is your Y. So C is equal to 1 over 4. YP now is equal to 1 over 4 x exponent 2x. Once you have your YP, the fourth steps, Yx is equal to YH A exponent 2x plus B exponent negative 2x plus YP 1 over 4x exponent 2x. Again, for initial value problem, you need to find what is Y prime. So Y prime x is equal to 2A exponent 2x plus minus 2B exponent negative 2x plus 1 over 2 x exponent 2x plus 1 over 4 exponent 2x. And then substitute your initial conditions. Y0 equal to 2. Okay. In fifth step, so you have 2 equal to A exponent 0 plus B exponent 0 plus 1 over 4 multiplied by 0 exponent 0. So 2 is equal to A plus B. and A is equal to 2 minus B. Okay, for y prime 0 is equal to 4. So for y prime, 4 is equal to 2a exponent 0 minus 2b exponent 0 plus half 0 exponent 0 plus 1 over 4 exponent 0. So 4 equal to 2a minus 2b plus 0 plus 1 over 4. Okay, from here, substitute a. Okay, a, so 2 minus b minus 2b plus 1 over 4. And then once you find your b, you have b equal to 1 over 16. Substitute b into a. So a, 2 minus 1 over 16 is equal to 31 over 16. Okay, you have your a and b, substitute into yx. So yx is equal to 31 over 16 exponent 2x plus 1 over 16 exponent negative 2x plus 1 over 4x exponent 2x. Okay, so this is from undetermined coefficient b. Okay, this is the answer from A. Okay, if you compare these two answers, it is the same. You can solve any second order differential equations using these two methods. Okay, and they will give the same answer. So that's all for this week video. In next week video, we will start a new chapter, chapter 3 on Laplace transform. Thank you.